Dave.
Ian.
We are Apex Adjacent. We are playing Fantasy F1 this year. We're going to take it very seriously.
Wait, what's this we thing?
we are going to take it very seriously. We're playing over on fantasygp.com. You can join our league. The access code is 839-6865. And this year comes with a bonus because not only do you get to see that you are in fact smarter than me, but also two of my family members, my father and my 9-year-old, are both playing Fantasy F1 with us this year.
A lot is on the line for you as like your station within the family. Okay, so I want everyone to join the Fantasy GP League, code 839-6865. Please beat Ian, beat his family members, and let his 9-year-old win.
Come embarrass me. Thank you. We love you. Goodbye. Dave.
Ian.
Tim. Apple news.
What? Really? You're coming at me with hot Timmy Apps news?
Timmy Apps news. Old Timmy App has some car news today. I don't know if you saw this.
No, I have not. I have really just shut down from the news in all ways. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's real unfortunate because I'm out lots of money because I put a deposit down.
You did?
I put a deposit down several years ago on the Apple Car.
Oh, really? How did you just walk into a Genius bar and like hand him $100 and yell?
It was a guy actually right outside the Genius bar. It was outside the Apple store in the mall.
Okay. Yeah.
He was wearing a Forever 21 name tag, but he said he worked for Apple and he had old Timmy App's personal cell phone. And he said, it's easier if I take your deposit out here.
Okay. Then the chaos of the store.
They go into the store and then you're like mixing in with the people trying to get their laptops fixed. And he's like, no.
Sure.
You're a first class customer. We're going to take care of you out here and just give me a money order. He was really insistent on the money order thing, which I thought was weird.
Yeah.
A money order for $10,000.
Oh, okay.
Right? And that secured my place to win a spot to maybe buy the Apple Car when it came out. Because I was I was always really sure that those rumors were true that they were going to do the Apple Car. But today they announced that that project was canceled.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, see, I did not. Look at that on NPR. After 10 years of development, Apple abruptly cancels its electric car project. Wow. Okay, well, thank you for the hot tip. So do you go to Forever 21 or to the Apple Store to get your deposit back?
That's a great question. I am just expecting that, if I just run around the food court a couple of times, I'll see this guy and he'll have my paperwork all squared away and ready to go. And
right.
Back, no problem. So
right. And he surely was not wearing a t-shirt that just had an Apple logo Sharpied onto it. Yeah, and on top of that, I love that that you of all people would be the one to instantly jump to the Apple Car ecosystem.
Yeah. So, I mean, it turns out that just like legacy car makers kind of suck at software, computer tech companies also kind of suck at becoming car companies.
Right.
It's almost like they're two totally different products with two totally different workflows and skill sets involved in making them.
Yeah.
Weird.
Odd.
Yeah.
But they make a thing, we can make the thing.
Yeah. This was always nonsense, right? This whole thing was a dumb idea from the start.
Dude, I'm surprised the Vision Pro thing came out. I am. Like, when I looked at that, it seemed like the next, like, 20th anniversary Mac to me. I don't know if you remember that. That was the thin, flat one that was in the back of Seinfeld's apartment that you never saw turn on because none of them ever really did. And if they did, it wasn't for long. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll pull up an image. This is a cool looking computer, but, like, Apple has a history of making, like, a weird device. And, yeah. I think it was a 20th anniversary Macintosh. Yeah, it was this one that you saw in the back of Seinfeld's apartment. This main piece. Yeah, that was a subwoofer, I think, for it. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, or a ham dispenser. I don't know what that is on the left-hand side. Yeah. Seinfeld apartment. Macintosh. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So, how are we dated by newness? Yeah, let's see here. But yeah, that was the one that was always back there.
Oh, I remember.
He had an OG one first, but yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, there it is with next to Kramer. But yeah, like I think like when Apple decides that they're going to make something, either they make it and it goes from like not great to fantastic, or it goes to like or it starts as like wildly ambitious and then just dies out. Right. And I think that the Apple Car, I felt like was on that like wildly ambitious track and it died out. I feel like things like, say, the Power Mac G4, like back in the day, they took away the floppy drive when everybody was so like dependent on floppies. They're like, you're not going to need floppies anymore. Turns out they were right. Yeah. And, the iPhone sucked. The iPhone did not have copy and paste when it first came out.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
Right? Yeah. Like, it was so bad that, like, Joel McHale dissed it on Talk Soup or The Soup, right? Like, yeah, I mean, it was, like, that laughable. And, like, in that recent history, right? But now, I mean, it's a fantastic phone, and it's, like... I don't know. The Vision Pro thing still like baffles me. I still like, I like a lot of Apple stuff. Like, I'm not like an Apple fanboy, but I like Apple stuff. Some, I'm picky about it. And it's not like you hate Apple, Yeah.
No. I'm kind of here. I'm here, no there on them. And I think when you're like that and you're confronted with fan base that's so like... Right. Then you're kind of like, oh.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right. Yeah. But you can recognize like a unibody aluminum MacBook Pro for what it is, like a good, robust machine, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Are you going to base your identity around it and get a, tattoo? Right. Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
So I just want to say that I picked this story because I kind of knew that this would happen. We would end up talking about Apple because I don't know if we have mentioned this on the show at all before. And this might be, breaking news to some of our listeners is that Dave and I are IT guys.
Yeah. If you
don't know if we couldn't tell that
from the motherboard box that's right there and the side panel and the actual motherboard and the hard drives and the power supply that are sitting there. And then this whole other separate computer build that you can't see just off camera right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case people didn't know.
Yeah. So I didn't know, we've never mentioned that before, that we work in IT. But on that theme, I have a license plate game for you.
Oh, snap. We're getting into it early. Okay. All right.
Entitled Nerds.
I do like how your license plate games tend to go short but expressive versus your FMK cars that were very, very detailed. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Expositional, if you will. Nice, buddy. Nice. Okay. All right. So we got nerds. All right. I see it in the folder here. Okay. All right. I'm ready. Yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay. Here we go. Nerds. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Okay, so we have a blue Toyota Tacoma up top. The the SR5 package because every one of them has the SR5 package. Then we have an orange Dodge Challenger in the middle here with a very cracked bumper, unless it's part of like a livery or theme, but I think
I don't believe so. I believe it is cracked.
Yeah. And then, of course, down at the bottom, we have another Toyota Tacoma. Yeah, the steed of the nerds, if you will, in kind of a reddish color. Also, the SR5 V6. Yeah. So, and the license plates. Oh, Ian, the license plates. The license plates are Git Push, GIT-PUSH. For anybody who doesn't know Git.
Congratulations.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Congratulations on your robust social life in high school.
Yeah, you've held hands with a girl. Yeah. And then HTML5. Okay, yeah, because that's not going to get outdated. And Nerd Power at the bottom here. Okay. Okay. All right. So
you want to do any zoomies and enhances?
I need to do all the zoomies and enhances. We got to see what's going on here. So.
I will say, you did mention, I do know a shocking number of nerds with Toyota Tacomas.
Yeah, you do. You do. Yeah. Because it's like I think probably more so in Colorado, because like I feel like tech bros or like nerds go from like WRX to like having a 4-door of some capacity Tacoma, right? As they like progress into nerd / mountain bro.
Yes, right? the IT guy, and it's usually the IT guy car selection is very predictable. Yeah. And it's very like, well, I made a spreadsheet and these are the things that I need. And so this is the car that I ended up with. And it's always WRX, Tacoma, RAV4, not CRV, RAV4.
Right.
Or, things like that.
Yeah.
Infinity G35s also.
Yes. Yeah.
Very, very prevalent in this space. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to get wild. Yeah. Like maybe oh gosh, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe a Honda Civic, right? With a 5-speed or 6-speed. Yeah.
A Honda Civic SI is also a very big, youth pastors and IT guys. Those are the two primary customers for Civic SIs, which are great cars.
They are. Yes. Okay. All right. I'm not getting much off of the blue in here other than a New Mexico plate. The truck. I was wrong. It's not the SR5 package. So,
from CarMax.
Yeah, from CarMax. So that's, sensible. A Tacoma, a used Tacoma from CarMax with the CarMax warranty. That's probably a pretty solid financial decision, right?
Oh, and he's got a spreadsheet to show you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think so, right? Now here's where we get wild. This is the Challenger. Yeah, with a big crack in the bumper. I feel like that might be recent because they're driving their Challenger on pretty slick-ish, baldish tires in the snow. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, and it's street parked, so maybe it wasn't even them that caused that damage. Maybe somebody slid into them. But it's a Challenger. They probably slid into somebody.
I was going to say, being awfully generous.
Yeah. Yeah, boy, nothing there. Yeah. So far, 2 for 2 license plate frames. But yeah, it's that weird kind of palish orange color that I'm not a huge fan of.
I will say, I think the Tacoma license plate frame, this one is just black on the Challenger. I believe it's some sort of alma mater, like a college thing or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
something university. Yeah. Oh, something aeronautical university.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Aeronautical.
Oh, it's Embry-Riddle. It's Embry-Riddle.
Okay.
Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. It's a very big school for pilots and mechanics and stuff in the Southwest.
Oh, okay.
So it's a really famous pilot school. Yep.
Wow. Okay. Well, I appreciate the assist, Ian. Thank you.
No problem. No problem. Yeah. I was wondering what it was before, and then I didn't zoom in enough to figure it out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, then we have the reddish Tacoma with some pretty big knobs on it, but it's also from New Mexico. So,
Very clean though. This is an older Tacoma.
It is, yeah.
This is a good generation of Tacoma.
It is, yeah. I think this is one of the ones that unfortunately suffered like tons of frame rot. Yeah, but that is
probably not New Mexico.
No, yeah, you're exactly right. That's a good point. That's why there's a New Mexico plate on it. Or that's why it's still in existence, because there's a New Mexico plate on it. Okay, Git push, HTML5, and nerd power. I want to park HTML5 on the Challenger, but I kind of think they might need to get in front of like any nerd stereotypes and go nerd power on it.
We should explain too that, Git push and HTML5, those are two different subgenres of IT person.
Yeah.
Right. So Git push is going to be like a software developer.
Yep.
And someone who's working in development, probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. HTML5 is going to be more of like a web developer.
Right. Right. Maybe could branch over to user interface design, like something more on the visual end than just the straight programmatic end.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe wouldn't use Git. Yeah.
Yeah. But then nerd power.
That's nerd power. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate the distinction, Ian, because I do want to put nerd power on the most aggro car, which is the Dodge Challenger, because I think that isn't the outlier in that it's just general nerd versus like Toyota Tacoma, very specific nerd sector.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think I want to go HTML5 on the bottom red one and Git push on the top blue one.
Okay. And then nerd power in the middle.
Yeah. Pardon me, nerd power on the Challenger. And I think that's like, I want to put Git push on the blue Tacoma because it's newer. I feel like that kind of Git push, like a lot more, tons more folks are using Git than they ever have. And especially since Microsoft bought it. But and then HTML5 I think is a little dated, but so was the truck. And like, I feel like that if I was a user interface designer that like operated in like heavy CSS, style sheets kind of environment, then I would be specific about like the aesthetics of my truck. And I think that red one is very representative of that.
Okay. I like it. I like it.
Okay. I've talked myself into that being the answer. Yeah. So nerd power in the middle on the Challenger, Git push on the blue Tacoma, the newer one, and then HTML5 on the older red one.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I'm going to pause the show here to let our buddy Eric in Illinois lock in his answer. Eric, lock in your answer. Mark Freeman, lock in your answers. Sam Ferreira, lock in. Yeah. Yeah, we're calling
all the IT people who listen to this show.
Yeah. Nerds assemble. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go to the Dave Don't Look folder and let's see what nerd solution. I saw nerds in the folder and I was hoping you were going to give me candy tonight, but
no. Sorry.
All right, nerds.
I have some good news for you.
Oh, wow. Okay. I got the HTML5.
I think you nailed that person.
Okay. Thank you.
I think you nailed that person. I read so nerd power was on the blue, the newer Tacoma, and Git push was on the Challenger.
Yeah.
And thank you to Ben who sent both Tacomas, nerd Tacomas in, and then I saw Git push the other week. So Git push, for context, I think it makes perfect sense to me, partly because of where it was parked. So it was parked in Capitol Hill.
Okay.
In Denver.
Uh-huh.
And I just feel like a junior developer with just their first paycheck going out and buying a Challenger is just kind of like
yeah,
like it's a little perfect. And it's like this sort of thing where like, the idea, it's not being cool. It's someone else's idea of being cool sort of thing.
Yes.
To get a Challenger.
Yep. No, yeah, you're exactly right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, good point, Ian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then that's why I pointed out the Embry-Riddle thing too, because I was like, oh, well, that's not IT nerd.
Okay.
That's aeronautical engineer nerd.
Right. Engineering. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. No, that is fantastic. You are right. You are right. Yeah.
But anyway,
man.
yeah.
Yeah. That's a great one, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God.
All of these people were upset to hear about the Apple Car.
I have a feeling HTML5 and Nerd Power are going to be just fine. Yeah. Yeah. It's good.
I mean, Git push owns like a significant amount of their portfolio is in cryptocurrency, correct?
Very sketchy crypto. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like they have a NFT. Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah. When was the last time you thought about NFTs? I thought about them the other day.
You know what? I always think about them whenever I see any sort of colored lighting any place because of the whole. Did you see that story last year of there was a festival for NFTs and they accidentally, it was like a rave sort of thing.
Uh-huh.
And they accidentally, it's a really sad story, honestly. I don't know why I'm laughing so much. But they accidentally used the like kill the microbes UV bulbs.
Oh, no way.
Uh-huh. And like
what?
People like
they got flash burn.
Blind. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was real bad.
Oh,
and again, I don't know why I'm saying this with a smile on my face because it is honestly tragic. However, it's a little bit funny.
Because it happened to the Bored Ape Yacht Club folks.
Yes.
Wow. Yes. Yeah, I mean, that's essentially microdosing welding flash. Like that's
right?
That's why you have to like not just the brightness, but the UV output is insane. Yeah.
Yeah. Microdosing the sun. Yeah.
Yes, what you're doing. Yeah. Trump staring into that eclipse. Yeah. Don't look at it. Don't look at it, Donald. Don't look at it. Oh God, I looked at it. Yeah. 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 Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow, I that one went under the radar to me, and yeah, see, I'm not on the news. This was back in November, and I would have loved to have heard about it.
Yeah, I can't believe I didn't tell you about that before.
I can't believe it didn't come up on the show until now.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Oh my God.
Yeah, they just forgot. They just put the wrong bulbs in. Whoopsies.
Also, if you're putting on a rave for like NFT bros, I think the last thing you want to do is expose them and their clothing and their bodies to UV light because you're going to get some surprises. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of splotches all over the place and it's going to be disgusting. Yeah. Yeah. The worst episode of CSI.
Gross.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. Well, Ian, thank you. Thank you for the oh man, thank you for that license plate game. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Nerd Power. Yep. Love it, buddy. Yeah. Okay.
What else do we have today?
I want to circle back on some of the Facebook Marketplace map things that we have.
Okay.
And I've been doing a little bit of research about how to make an interactive map. And so like I may be adding one to our WordPress that has a link to like, like a posting of the car. So yeah, so you and I might figure that out. Yeah, okay. If you'd like to do that. Yeah. Like
that'd be fun.
Yeah. The United States of Facebook Marketplace listings. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to remember the login for our WordPress
site. Maybe our listeners should just tell us what it is. Could someone listening to this hack our WordPress site and let us know what the password is? Yes.
Refresh the listener's memory because I totally remember what this conversation was. But for the listeners, and the listeners only, refresh their memory.
Yes. So this was So for everyone except Ian, who totally remembers what this is, I appreciate you prompting me to do the summation, Ian. Because I think part of me forgot as well. So we did happen upon a Florida car on Facebook Marketplace, and we felt like it did a good job of representing the state.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you take it from here with what we kind of
right. So we were trying to come up with, every state has like the official bird, the official rock, the official whatever rock song, all sorts of things. But the Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist car of that state, the official, classified posting of that state for each state. And it was, that's what it was we were, it was like, because Pornhub releases the...
Yes, the most searched terms by state.
The most searched terms by state, and it's always wild.
Yeah.
And it'd be funny to figure that out for cars.
Right. Yes. Okay. Yes. So, we have two. We have our buddy Dana is sent us a Florida one that I think takes the cake for Florida cars.
Oh, okay.
And then our buddy Brian has one from Puerto Rico that he feels like very well represents Puerto Rico.
Okay, great.
So what would you like to see first, Ian?
Let's see Florida.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Let's start there.
Okay. Dana, we love you, buddy. You're the best. And thank you for sending this because, Ian, here you go. It is a 1971 Opel GT.
What?
That is lifted and on some kind of, it's just an Opel body on some wild frame, right? Here, we're going to open this image in a new tab because you got to see this with zoomies and enhances.
With straight pipes.
Yeah, straight pipes shooting straight up from the hood, right? So this is like the Florida Yacht Club where they have like the crazy trucks and like the swamp stuff, this is like a yacht club kind of car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is hilarious because obviously what has happened here is that, like you said, they just sort of stuck an Opel GT frame or a body on a frame because famously that engine bay is tiny and cannot accept anything for as far as engine swaps are concerned.
Right.
So there's no way they got a V8 in an Opel GT.
Right.
They just have it vaguely near an Opel GT is what they did.
You're exactly, yes, it is Opel adjacent. Yeah.
Look what is happening with that seat.
Yeah. I think it's just off the rails and like leaning back. Yeah. They just detached the first two bolts on it, and so it's just tipping back. Yeah. So there's
look at that craftsmanship.
Sketchy terminal panel. Yeah, some bent check plate aluminum here. Mm-hmm. I'm all for it. I think that this does
bent the check plate is bent down for safety.
Yeah, so that those corners don't gouge you. Directly.
Sharpened and then bent down.
Right. Yeah. So the description, I think, is fantastic as well. So 1971 Opel GT on what is most likely a second-gen Ram Charger frame was a mud truck in a past life. Now sits waiting for someone to rebuild. I love that they don't even really know what is the frame. They just have a really solid guess. Yeah.
Amazing.
So, yeah. Yep.
So it doesn't have an engine in it now.
Well, the engine's not in it, but it's out of the truck and is shown in the last pics. Good for parts of rebuild, heavy cylinder scarring, and it has a spun crank, spun crank bearing. Yeah, so the transmission and transfer case are still connected. They say is still connected. I'm gonna say are is still connected, but yeah, well, I guess that's just a floorboard of the pedal box and a rust hole.
And some wires.
And just loose red wires. Yeah, with multiple connectors in line.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, so, I think that's, is that the most Florida car that we've ever seen?
It's a pretty Florida car.
Yeah.
I feel like points off slightly because it is Fern. It's a Fern car.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you want America fuck yeah car? Okay.
America.
Okay.
But it's that's pretty good.
Right?
Pretty good.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, the listing is A+. And
right.
I mean, it looks like it's parked in a swamp. So, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I do love the generic canned text where it says like the vehicle is paid off. It's a box you check. Clean title, which then adds the text that you don't add. It says the vehicle has no significant damage or problems.
Right. Yeah. The owner, on the other hand.
Yeah. Yep. I do like that they listed that it has about 500 miles on it. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Dana. So
that's a good one. That's a real good one. Yeah.
Yeah. The next one, Ian, is from our buddy Ben in Iowa. And it's our first island submission. The delightful territory of Puerto Rico. Yeah, fantastic.
However, I think we both will. I endorse Puerto Rico statehood.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah. If that's what the people of Puerto Rico want, yeah, right, exactly, yeah. But hell yeah. So Ben sent this, and he said, "You asked for marketplace/Craigslist posts that epitomize our state. Well, here you go. I spent a week in Puerto Rico, and I haven't been able to stop cruising the marketplace vehicle listings. This seems the most perfect. Suzuki's and speaker walls. Boom.
Yes.
Ian.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. Right? Look at the yeah, so that's probably on the bottom, that's 6. Are those 12s? Yeah, probably 12s.
Yeah.
Maybe 15s. I don't know. Yeah, 6, 3x2. Then we've got some wild horn drivers up at the top, or maybe those are base ports.
Yeah.
And in the middle here, we have maybe some 8-inch subs.
Looks like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. A lot.
Yeah.
I can't place exactly what this car is.
Yeah. This is a, here, let's see. This is a lot of help.
It's factory paint.
Factory paint, yeah.
Do any other pictures give us a clue?
Yeah, let's take a look. Okay, so this is it all closed up, and this is so that's a Suzuki. What is that?
It's not a Jimny. It's like whatever's bigger than the Jimny that we don't get here.
Yeah, the X7 or what was it? Yeah. I can't remember, but I like that it's got the Maxxis tires. Yeah, with the white lettering and the wheels that you want on a speaker base.
Honestly, those wheels and tires look fantastic on that.
Right? On that. Yeah. Yeah.
It looks really good. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I would have to look it up, and I don't want to do that right now. But yeah, that is awesome. I think that is a fantastic entry.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because this car looks like an effing party.
Oh, right? Yeah.
Yeah. How can you have a bad time near this thing?
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Unless you're trying to have a phone call in the car right next to it, in which case, maybe a bad time.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised this thing still has glass in it. Yeah.
I know. Right? I love when you get something has utility in the name.
Yes.
It's a car that has utility in the name, and then to remove all the utility.
Yes. It is sought after for a rectangle of interior space.
Right.
And that's it, right? Yeah. For an impractical use. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. I love it.
I knew a guy just after high school that had one of those old Pontiac Le Mans. Remember those little hatchback buddies?
Yeah.
And he had 2 15-inch JL subs in the back of that thing. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. That is an era, a thing that just kids these days just they miss the era of the car stereo that was 4 times as expensive as the car.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and you see every now and then I'll come across an Instagram reel or something like that of somebody that has a really built out system, and you can see the body panels vibrating and people's hair is completely standing up, and they're all people our age.
right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, thank you so much, Ben. This is awesome. This car looks like a party. Puerto Rico is fantastic. And I want to go back there. Yeah. My wife and
A plus submission.
Yeah. Stopped at San Juan, and loved it. Yeah. So great. Yeah. Thank you. So there you go. So yeah. Florida, a Florida entry from Dana. Thank you, Dana. And the first entry for Puerto Rico. So there we go.
I'm excited for, I want to see a Texas entry.
Yes.
I want to see a Wisconsin entry.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'd like to see maybe like a California,
and I really want to see an Alaska entry.
Oh, Hawaii would be another good one.
Oh yeah, there we go. I would love it if at some point we could get like a bracket, like a March Madness bracket to determine the most the most appropriate car, the most like publicly opinionated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
I like it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So give us your state's official classified car entry.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Send them our way. Yeah. apexadjacent@gmail.com or text them to 720-515-1391.
There it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
We have a listener shout out.
Absolutely. So Ian, did you know we have a Patreon?
I have been told, and my lawyers will be in touch.
$1 a month. That's our only tier. It gets you access to the full history of the podcast and a listener shout out. And our dear friend Aaron, he submitted his for our Show Us Your Cars episode, his Porsche Boxster. Right. Yep. The red Boxster. Yes. So Aaron, yes. So thank you so much for signing up for our Patreon. We really appreciate you. Yeah, for sure.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so in adjacent Patreon news, the folks over at Flag Time, Serrated Mobius, Sterling, and Pixie 2.3 have started up their Patreon, the Flag Time podcast. And you can hop over to Patreon and join. And they're doing video episodes now that are only for the Patreons. Yeah. Yeah. And this is a very Pixie 2.3 tier. You won't, no balls, $15 a month. So yes, I really like that. Yeah. So I'll be signing up for that for sure.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we'll put a link to their Patreon in our YouTube description as well. So for sure. And then, there they are. There's the goofballs. Their first interview on the Patreon was with Mr. Regular. So yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. But yeah, remember when Serrated was on the show, and he was talking about super weird Mercedes-Benz connectors?
Yes.
Like eventually completely decay into dust.
Mm-hmm.
He texted us because he saw one of those and he remembered that he was talking about him on our show.
Oh,
we
awesome.
interviewed him. Ian, get a load of this fucking connector, man. Okay, so this is from a Mercedes. I don't know which one or anything like that, but this is one of the connectors that they have on their cars. It's like this, it looks like a weird plastic donut, like a plastic ring with like two O-rings on the center part and like plastic molded hoses.
Are there like pins in there?
I think that this is just retaining like the little arms that snap. I think, it's just like a vacuum connector, an insanely overbuilt vacuum connector. So you squeeze the sides and that pops those two up. Yeah.
It's one of those things that looks over-engineered and flimsy.
Right. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So thank you, Eric, for sending that over. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
It is weird.
Right? Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Sign up for their podcast or Patreon. Yeah. No.
Take it away. Take it away.
Okay, no problem. Here's the Suzuki speaker wall truck again. Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Much better.
Yeah. Yeah. What else do you want to talk about, buddy?
There is one thing that I am very excited about.
Okay, I think I know what this is.
And I want an update on you being sour.
You got it. Yep, a Sour Sev update, buddy. Yes. So, last Sunday, Joel and I went up to work on the Lemons Chevy HHR, and we got it on the ground and moving under its own power for the first time since we put it up on jack stands back, I think, late August or early September.
I'm golf clapping.
Thank you.
I'm very excited.
Thank you. I only broke one bolt while we were working on it. We had the wrong torque specs.
Because you thought about me as you were torquing something and then broke.
Yeah, we had the wrong torque specs for the lower control arm bolts. Those go in at 40. We had 80, and around 75 or so, that thing just snapped. I even said, like, as I was doing it, I was like, this does not feel right. Snap. Yeah. Yeah. So I spent about an hour like drilling it out. We were able to put a bolt through it, and then Chris will, I'm sure, weld a fastener in place of where it was. Yeah. Cause it was like, it's one of those things that goes through the frame rail and it has like a threaded, welded thing into the frame rail. So yeah. But we took it for a drive for the first time. Yeah. And so there you go, man. Yeah. My first time driving an HHR, my first time driving an Ecotec 2.2.
Do you fit in it?
Oh, easy. Nice. Dude, that car has so much room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, fit very easy. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, very upright seating position. Yeah, Have you driven an HHR?
I haven't.
Okay.
No, I've been in one. I've never driven one.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. I'm sure this is not a great frame of reference for my first time driving one, like completely gutted interior.
Right.
We didn't even have the hood on it when we took it for a drive. Yeah. So,
fantastic.
So there you go. Yeah. It's moving under its own power. So it's on to get caged up. And I've got a bunch of like radio and electronics work to button up. And there we go. Yeah. So things are.
When is, are they targeting any like, are they going to take it autocross first or take it to high plains first, or what's the plan?
Whatever test and tune days we can get to, whatever, open lapping days. Yes. So that all of that stuff is nice. We would like to knock out before the June race. So yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome,
buddy. Yeah.
Well, congratulations. It's a big moment.
Thank you. Yeah. It's one of those things because like, we didn't go as far as like pulling the head and like doing a new head gasket or anything, but we had all the timing chain and balance chains were off at the front of the engine. So like we retimed the whole thing, right? And like that first start after you retime an engine that you've never retimed, you have no experience with the timing on.
That is an interference engine, correct?
It absolutely is an interference engine. If you mess that up, you mess it up big. But yeah, thankfully it is pretty foolproof when it comes to like how like the cams have like notches in them and all that stuff, So yeah, we got it. Nice. Buddy. Yeah.
Congratulations. It's really cool.
Thank you. Yeah. So there you go, man. There's the Sour Sev update, man.
Great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. When I sent you that video of it that I cut together of it, you replied in all caps, like, which is a very, like, that is a genuine, excited Ian moment. Yes.
Yeah. They don't happen often.
No, I 100% recognize it. Yeah,
it was somewhat undercut by the fact that I replied like 6 hours after you sent it.
That's perfectly fine. That does not make the caps any less cap.
Yeah. I was excited.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I appreciate that, buddy. Yeah.
What do you think? I think we nearly did a car show.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanna take a look at?
I mean, we got a couple listener my eyes. I wouldn't mind showing you two.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So our buddy, our dear friend Jesse, right, sent us this, and you just need to see it because it's fantastic. So she sent us this. It was in the parking lot of a hotel that she was staying at. Ian, Look at that AMC Eagle.
We love an AMC Eagle on this show.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Our love for these cars is well documented. This is the spec that my grandparents was.
Okay.
This was the exact spec of my grandparents one.
The two-tone beige over copper.
Brown on brown on brown on brown.
Right? Yeah. This is fantastic. I love it so much. Yeah. So
with a low range 4-wheel drive.
Really?
Oh yeah, these things are badasses.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I've never driven one, never been in one, but the AMC Eagle, that is like my car puberty car. Like that's when I saw one of these when I was super young, like 4 or something. And it was like, that's different. And I love it.
Yeah. I mean, they are different. They're weird cars, but they're cool.
Yeah. I think an AMC Eagle is responsible for me being the way I am. So yeah, my next therapy appointment, I'm just going to be like, I found it. It's this.
Yeah. Are you familiar with the American Motor Car Company?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yes. And then to wrap it up, I want to send this one that our buddy Eric sent in. Thank you, Eric. And here you go, Ian. I just want to show it. He said he saw it when he was having some sushi. And here you go. It is.
It's McLaren 720S.
Yes, it is. It is a 720S. And I like that. Like it looks like it wants sushi too. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. It looks like it's the worst private investigator.
Yes. Yeah, right. This looks like if
a private investigator was wearing the Dumb and Dumber tuxedos.
Yes. This looks like a PSA where it's like, if you're cold, they're cold. Bring them inside. Yeah. So Eric stepped out and took a picture of it. 720s are fucking bananas, man.
They are. They're cool looking. That's a good color for it.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Good on this person for not going mild on the color. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Cool cars.
Yeah. Man. So thank you, Eric, for sending that in. Love it. Yeah.
I love it just lurking outside
the window. Right? Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Yeah. Yep. So.
The angle of the parking really adds to it.
It does.
It looks weird.
It does. Yeah. It's like when Liz Lemon on 30 Rock saw all of the employees at a bar, like Thunder Thursdays or something like that. I can't remember what they called it, but they were all the people from her work were going out without her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's funny.
So anyway, yes. Thank you, Eric. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great one.
Oh, yeah. So there we go, Ian.
Should we do an album of the week and then wrap it up?
Yeah, we need to do an album of the week. I listened to that weird stuff you mentioned last week.
Yeah. What did you think about it?
I mean, it's great. I don't know if I'll listen to it very much, but I mean, like, I think when I'm in a weird mood and I'm like, I have to listen to something different, and like I can let something like move into the foreground, or like I have a song in my head, or I'm in a state that I need to like shake myself out of. That I think will do it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you for what was it?
Last dinner party?
Yeah, last dinner party. Yeah. So thank you. Wild stuff, man.
Yeah. Wild, right?
Yeah. Amazing musicianship on there. Yeah. Insanely talented folks, dude. Yeah.
Well, this week, I think this is one that you will like.
Okay.
It's also a new record. Like, I'm telling you, the last like 3, 4, 5 weeks, the records coming out have been awesome. Like,
the hits really just keep coming, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is my favorites. I think this is gonna be one of my favorites of the year. Brittany Howard from Alabama Shakes.
Okay.
She has a solo record out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So this is her second one. She had one out a couple years ago called Jamie. This one's called What Now?
Okay.
And it is fantastic. It's really, really good. And she does like a bunch of different, that's it right there.
Okay.
She does a bunch of different stuff on this record. There's some a little bit of electronic stuff on it. There's some stuff that sounds a little bit more like Alabama Shakes.
Okay.
It's kind of all over the place genre wise. But it all works together and sounds really good. And I mean, her voice is amazing.
Dude.
So
yeah. Her voice is insane, and her stage presence is even like so much more amazing. Yeah.
I rewatched their Letterman appearance, their first Letterman appearance.
Yeah.
A couple times a year.
Okay.
Because like at that point, no one really knew who they were. Maybe you had heard their song or something, but you didn't really know who they were. And like, she is just amazing.
Right.
Her performance on that was just so crazy. And that was like 10 years ago when we were just figuring out who she was. Yeah. She's a badass.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. This record's awesome.
I think I first was exposed to them when they were the musical guest on SNL back in the day.
Oh, and that performance was really great too. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Because I mean, SNL performances are not always great. They usually sound like shit, even if they're a great band or whatever.
Yeah.
But they like tore the house down. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. That's a fantastic album of the week, man. Brittany Howard, What Now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I will absolutely check this out. Okay.
Yeah. It's really good.
Nice, dude. Okay. Ian's album of the week. Links in the YouTube description. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dave, I think we done did a car show.
We did, and I'm sleepy, Ian.
I know. I saw it happen.
Yeah, we did, buddy. Yeah.
Keeper Dave coming back out. If people enjoyed this, what should they do?
Yeah, they should fire over some vanity plates to you on Instagram and Blue Sky, and I guess the X, the Twitter.
Still X. Blue Sky doesn't have DM function.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, print them out on an HP laser printer that you're leasing.
Yes. Tie it to a pigeon.
Yes. Print it from your work. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, send it over there or text them to 720-515-1391 to put them in my hopper. I have a lot. I may be figuring out a photo database thing that helps me organize, so I can just type in like Toyota and every Toyota comes up. So,
oh my God,
I know, right? Yeah. So, this is what happens when you don't have children, Ian. You figure out ways to do this kind of stuff. Yeah.
Every time you say something like that, I'm just like, how do you have the time to do that?
Because I don't have kids. I put in the cheat code for life and jump straight to grandkids, and it's the best thing I've ever done.
Yeah, it really is. Pretty amazing.
Yeah. So, so do that. Absolutely. Sign up for our Patreon if you want. Sign up for the Flag Time podcast Patreon. Yeah, shoot us pictures of cars you think are cool. If you see something lurking outside your sushi restaurant, like our buddy Eric did, take a pic. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Do all of that. Everybody, thank you. We love you. Goodbye.